Hello, hello. Today we're going to be watching The Real Housewives of New York City, Season 2. We're on episode 11. So let's go ahead and jump right into the episode. Looks like Alex and Simon are going shopping. Sounds like Jill's here. Jill's here. Is this Zamarin Fabrics? They need window treatments. Jill said that they had the boys in tow and they were just absolutely ripping everything off the wall, destroying everything. Jill's saying these are not the tamest children. Boys are a little different than girls. Jill doesn't have boys, but she said they're a little wild. Alex said that their taste is eclectic. They like color. It's got flair. Some might say over the top. That's my words, not hers. Jill said she's worried that they're going to make window treatments and not have any windows to put the window treatments on. Like the house isn't going to be done. Bethany's going to get a cut and color. Frankie La Official. This is his salon. Oh, he's gorge. Gorge. Bethany said he works her weave. Frankie says that he has a perfect person for Bethany. It's a model, and Bethany's like, I don't date models. I don't date models. He's like, you're going to want to meet this one. Frankie apparently showed this guy a picture of Bethany, and she's like, what picture? And he's like, I Googled you. And she's like, I need to see this picture. So she's like, let's go to the office, pull it up. This is the picture. I mean, she looks great, but she's in a freaking teal bikini with her dog. I mean, it's not a bad picture to be showing. Bethany said she's a born-again virgin. It's been a long time. She wants to be a born-again slut. Same, sis. He's going, show your boobs. You got great boobs. The construction seems like it's coming along at Alex and Simon's house. I hate the sound of sweeping. Yikes. Alex's hair looks 10 times better right now. 10 times better. She's gotten that professionally blown out. They're talking about the issues that they had at the Page 6 party with Ramona and Mario moving forward. Because I think they're talking about their housewarming party and they're wondering who they should invite. And Alex is like, we should just invite everybody. Oh, Simon wants to invite. And Alex is like, I mean, sure, if you want. Also, are they having a housewarming party when the house isn't done yet? Because it's not done. They said they had a deadline, but it wasn't even close. Ramona and her green cheetah print. Hello. She's going to the plastic surgeon. I like how they used to do the interviews just right on the side of the street. Like, come here and let's talk to the camera. Ramona has an issue. It's embarrassing. She's saying she's sweaty. She's sweaty Betty. She used to be sweaty in her 20s. She's sweaty again. She wants Botox in her armpits. The doctor saying she doesn't want to do Botox in her pits. Oh my God. She's pulling out this needle. She's like, it's an ultrasound. It's a new treatment. Oh my God. So scary. I'd rather to get the Botox. I have to talk about this for a second. She's talking about, which I get, there's two sides of this coin. Let me just get my thought out. So she has a skincare line, right? That's supposed to be like Ageless by Ramona, right? But then she's doing thousands and thousands of dollars of treatments. So she can't be like, this is what it's done to my skin because she does these treatments. Like she's saying, the doctor's like, oh, I have this new thing to get rid of sunspots and yada, yada, yada. So you can't play both sides of the coin. Bethany's telling Jill that her hairstylist, Frankie, is setting her up with somebody. Jill's like, I gotta be honest, I'm not into the model thing. Bethany's saying that the guys that are not as cute weren't getting laid in high school or whatever, and then they get a little bit of money, and then they start playing mind games with you because they're so insecure. She's like, the people that I've been hanging out with that are good looking, the guys, have been working out better. Which I usually, in my opinion, I think it's the opposite. Like this is just strictly my opinion, but if you date somebody that's really hot and really good looking, like I feel like they're going to cheat on you. People are throwing themselves at them all the time. Like it's hard to say no one time. It's really hard to say no 50 times, right? So you date somebody that's not as cute, then you don't have as much competition. Jill's like, you should marry Frankie. First of all, he's gay. But Bethany and him did have a conversation at the salon, and Bethany was like, okay, in 3 years, when I'm 40, and you don't have anybody, I don't have anybody, we're going to have a kid together. You can do whatever you want. I'll do whatever I want. Just don't get jealous. And Frankie's like, you don't get jealous of me and Mike boys. It was a cute conversation. Bethany's like, I don't want to be alone on a Sunday night. I want a teammate. I want a partner. Because she's talking about how focused she is on her business. And Jill's like, I don't know if you can have it all. I don't know if you can have the business and the family, like the kids and stuff like that. And so they're kind of having that discussion about, Bethany might have to give up one or the other because she's saying she's working so much and everything's happening and it's great. But then she's become this person where like the relationship is completely on the back burner and that's never been her. Luann's nieces are in town. And so she invited Kelly out for a little girls' night out with her nieces. Luann goes, Kelly fit right in. Kelly thinks she's 21 in any case. So she fit right in. She's perfect. Kelly's saying she doesn't like to go dinner on dates. She wants to go do stuff, do something fun. Max is here. How did Max get here? Where's his Tarzan outfit? I want him back in that. Luann's like, this is weird. This is a girl's night. Why is Max here? Very Remote-esque. They're asking him what his perfect first date is. And he's like, maybe dancing lessons. Perfect for Kelly. They're just meant for each other. Kelly's saying that he he left, and she's saying, "Oh, he's amazing. I love him." Luann's saying that Kelly never really talks about her dating. She's very secretive about it. But he's on camera. Like, what is she talking about? Like, she just brought him on camera. Alex and Simon are still working on the house. They're talking about what's coming. Fridge, casing, who knows? They're rushing to get everything, the main level finished for the party. They're panicking a little, I can think. They have 5 days until the party. It just seems wild that you would schedule a housewarming party. I wouldn't do that. Like, just wait until it's done and then schedule the housewarming party. And then you can get, like, settled and, like, put things where you want and make it, like, perfect. And Bethany's going on her date with the model, Funky's model. Let's take a look at him. Does he have an accent? He's French. He's got a French accent. He's cute. They're, like, cute. They're, like, laughing and kind of bantering a little bit. This is really cute. There's captions because he has a very thick French accent. She's saying that she felt like it felt flirty, that it was good. Does she really like the date? Is this the night of the party? I think this is Simon and Alex's party. Apparently they finished it. Looks good. It looks pretty dark and sexy. I mean, I have seen the renovation. I do kind of remember it. They did a good job for the time period. This is 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They wanted to keep that molding and then they painted it gray. Kelly's like, what is this equivalent to in Manhattan? Like, where are we? Because I guess a lot of Manhattans don't like to go to Brooklyn. Bethany said it's a little bordello, but I don't know what that means. A little gothic. That makes more sense to me, yes. I like it. Bethany goes, he's wearing a black eelskin tuxedo. Just as she was shocked to see that it's done. Jill told Kelly that it wasn't cool that she wasn't there for her Halloween party when Jill made it an effort to go. Kelly's explaining. She's like, I had my kid's party, my parents, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Just say you're sorry. Jill just said that she said, I think she was at a Puff Daddy party. And she was like, Puff Daddy was dressed as a priest and blessing everybody in the room at the party before Kelly's. Bethany's saying there's tension between her and Kelly at the housewarming party. Seems like it's coming from Bethany's side, not Kelly's. Oh, Jill's saying there's tension too, so maybe there is real tension. Jill wants to fix it. Ramona didn't show up. Wait, Simon just said something about Jill. Wait, I want to hear what he said. Let me try to do this again. He's saying the work that he and Alex did on their house versus what Jill did on her house was much bigger than Jill's. So he was saying that he thinks that Jill maybe thinks that they one-upped her. That is delusion. Delusion. Hers probably cost the same amount of her as theirs. I'll say that right now. And all she did was like drapes and furniture. We're having another charity meeting. I can't with all these charity meetings. How many meetings are we going to have? How many meetings do we need? She told Kelly to come early so her and Bethany could talk. This is going to be a nightmare. Bethany arrives. Bethany's like, can I have a moment with Kelly? They're referencing their last meeting where Kelly was like, came in hot and was like, this is you, this is me, this is you. Bethany said, you basically could have given me the finger and it would have gotten all the points across. But Bethany's like, I want to clear the runway. There's an underlying tension is what Bethany's saying. You don't know me. You met me for the first time. Or don't acknowledge me. Kelly says she always says hello. Kelly's saying she meets a ton of people all the time. She doesn't know Bethany. Kelly's like, I have no idea what Bethany's talking about. This conversation is not going very well. It's not like it's kind of going in circles. Bethany goes, I don't know if the first sit down was Kelly or Kelly is an imposter because Kelly's saying that basically Bethany's making up the entire thing about the you're up here, you're down here. She's like, Bethany, just stop, because Bethany keeps trying to interrupt her. Kelly's like, if you have something to talk to me about, pull me aside. And then Bethany's like, that's what I'm doing. This conversation is hysterical. Like both of them are not listening to each other. Jill's like, I forgot the wine. And she's saying that Ramona has to have an IV Pinot Grigio to her arm the second she walks in the door, and I forgot the wine. She's like panicking. It's so funny. Jill said she thought they were going to figure it out. And that concludes episode 11 of season 2 of The Real Housewives of New York City. What were your thoughts on the episode? I think it's so funny that the feud between Bethany and Kelly is like, they are just trying to be like both head bitches. And I think that they can't let one or the other win. They're like, no, I'm the HBIC. And the other one's like, I'm the HBIC. But curious to hear your thoughts on it. Also down below is going to be a playlist to all the other episodes in this season. Hit that subscribe button to check out all my other stuff coming up. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will check you on the next one.